It's good to see you.
Yeah, so let me get a map up and explain to people where you live. Now, Pittsburgh's nearby, but
Yeah.
you're a little bit of a distance from Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, about 60 miles. We're closer to the West Virginia border for sure.
Okay, and let
Just
me
right
put it
down
up on a.
this. Yes.
Sorry, I was going to put it up on a map. What kind of town? What kind of is it? A town like everyone knows everybody kind of thing, or
Pretty much. I live outside of Bobtown and between it and Dilliner, so it's kind of a rural area, but it is an area where pretty much everybody knows everybody.
okay, a good old what's left of an American small town.
Yes.
Um, okay, I have up on the screen here. Okay, there's
Yep.
Bobtown.
Yep.
Where is, oh boy, it's not even showing up on the map. There's Dilliner.
Yeah.
It's east.
Yeah, so it's East Dunkard waters down there along the
There we
river there.
go.
Yep.
Okay. Monongahela River, East Dunkard Water Authority. So
Yeah.
that's the town, right? Pretty much in there. That's
Right.
Point Marion on the other
No,
side.
Point Marin's on the other side. They service Bobtown, clear
Okay.
down to even parts of like right down to the border of Carmichael's, Davistown, Bobtown. It's a big area. It's a big area of what they cover.
Okay. So on the screen is a picture of their, or no, that is that the Water Authority building?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yep.
That's the Water Authority building. Okay.
Hmm.
You live in the United States, you pay a
Yeah.
water bill, you expect
Yeah.
to get good water, quality
Correct.
water. You are not drinking your water. Why not?
I don't drink it because of just all the things that has went on as since 2021. Um, Even before that, we've complained of water issues. There's been like yellow slime in our pets' bowls. Yeah, it's like almost like a biofilm kind of thing. In 2021, when the DEP did the inspection and the equipment was tampered with and equipment wasn't functioning properly, I mean, that just made it so I didn't want to drink the water because I'm having all kinds of health issues, and I was afraid it was related to that. I've had even more health issues since then, and so we stopped giving it to our dog because since we adopted her, we've spent $6,000 in recurrent UTIs for her, and she was healthy before because I got her old vet records. Um, and we've had multiple boil water advisories since. In the end of October, the plant was completely shut down and all the tanks were drained because chemicals were mixed wrong, and we ended up with no water for 4 to 5 days, depending on what part of the system you lived in.
So, and I look everything you're saying, I've looked up. It's absolutely
Yeah,
correct. It's true.
yeah,
So someone made a mistake. That's a big
yes.
mistake.
Yeah, there's no certified plant operator. So, I mean, we buy water anyhow since 2021, gallons and gallons of water, and the like cases of water to drink, cook, plants, house plants, pet, all that. It's a big expense on top of paying for water we can't use.
That sounds familiar. That's what was happening in Flint, Michigan. High water bills. They couldn't use the water. You think pay places would learn, but so there's about 4,200 customers of that
Right.
water plant.
Yes.
So what did you say? God, what other issues were there? Was that, but were there other things that happened too with the water? Or is
Um,
that was a biggie?
well, that was the biggie, yeah. And I
Yeah.
mean they've had multiple violations. I watched the drinking water reporting system pretty, regularly since this happened. And they've had a lot of violations for not doing proper testing, not, reporting those issues like the plant being shut down and such. It took them
Yeah.
2 days to report it when
I
the
want to bring
turbidity spiked. Yeah.
this is PUC press. What's PUC? Is I forget. I've lived in PA, but I forget.
The
What's
Public
PUC?
Utility Commission.
Okay, it's been a while since I've been there, but this
Yeah.
statement right here, I'm going to read this because this is just kind of blunt. Due to the authority's failure to effectively and properly operate its system, which ultimately endangers the public health, safety, and welfare of 1,800 residents, businesses, and schools, the commission has determined it's appropriate to set forth the rights obligations as a receiver of the authority. So basically, the state, they're admitting that
Yeah.
this is a serious issue.
And for them to get involved, because the Public Utility Commission doesn't have jurisdiction over water authorities. I mean, over the years, I got like 3 pages of representatives, organizations, the Public Utility Commission, Attorney General, Governor, even local level, clear up to Washington, and environmental agencies, anything. I was trying to get this story out there. Like, hey, we're in America. We shouldn't be having to deal with this. And nobody has, like, they'll just send back an email. Nobody has jurisdiction except the DEP and the EPA. But I
Wow.
mean, nobody should have to go through that. There needs to be, like, in my opinion, stricter, oversee of these little authorities.
So, according to the state of Pennsylvania, they write in this news release that the water system where you live is or was or has been in danger of endangering the
Yes.
public. There's a public health, safety, and welfare issue. So that doesn't leave you with much confidence of that
No,
water.
no, not at all. No. And when I've talked to other people that I've talked to regarding this, they all have similar symptoms. Like, a lot of us have similar health issues that seem weird for a small concentrated area like this. Like, a lot of people have kidney issues, recurrent UTIs, GI issues, autoimmune issues, rashes. Um, it's just a weird thing.
So the one time, when were you out of water for 4 days? That's when someone at the plant allegedly mixed the wrong chemicals or something
Yes.
happened, and then
Yeah.
they had to drain it all.
Yeah. Yes. That was the end of October. Trying to think. I think it was the 24th is when the advisory was issued by on the official, like when they let the DEP know. The turbidity actually spiked on 2 days before that, in like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Someone
So
someone just said, what about all the residents getting together and file a lawsuit? Someone's asking in the comments, but that's not easy. That costs money. I
we've
mean,
some of us have already done that. There's one in
actually,
process.
oh, so you are looking into it.
Yeah, we already have an attorney, and the docket's public. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, there
Um,
is.
so has the governor's office, I'm sure you've all reached out to, who is the governor right now? It's who's the governor
Shapiro,
right
Josh
now? Yeah.
Shapiro.
Has the governor's office helped at all?
I haven't heard anything from the governor's office. Now, I have talked to the environmental crimes unit with the attorney general in the past, and they did say they have an investigation.
Wow. So as of today, you don't feel safe enough for you or your eat. Let me rephrase that. You don't feel safe enough right now. What county is this? Is this Fayette or Greene?
Green, green,
Okay.
yeah.
So you don't feel safe enough at your home in Greene County, Pennsylvania to drink the water or even let your dog drink the water.
No, and I'll even go a step further than that. We don't shower in it. We boil rainwater on the stove that we've disinfected, with chlorine, and we use a camp shower because me and my husband both have got like rashes and skin issues after using it.
But
My
you're still
skin
having to
feels
pay for
so
that
much
water.
better. Yeah,
Yeah.
still pay for it to flush toilets, wash clothes and dishes.
That you said it earlier when we were talking, that doesn't seem like the United States of
No,
America. That's something when you
no.
see. How long has it been going on like this?
So the worst has been the last 2.5 years since summer of 2021. We've complained about brown water and yellow like film on dishes and such for the past 10 plus years. Yeah.
Wow. And
Yeah.
if this was happening in, I don't want to know, Philly or Pittsburgh, maybe it'd be a bigger deal, but you're
Right.
still United States citizens. It's still a
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah, and the local news really hasn't covered it. Now, they covered it finally when the plant was without water for those 4 days.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, it's besides a local newspaper, it's really not been covered very much, and
Yeah,
it's
and
kind of sad.
that's what that's why I quit. I left TV news because we weren't covering a lot of the stories that really mattered to people. A lot of people just stuff in Washington D.C., but there's stuff going on in our own communities that need to be known
Right,
about.
right.
Wow. So what's the answer to the? I mean, God, do you even trust the equipment there, or what? Do we know
No,
what's going to happen? Like the Pennsylvania American Water, they're supposed to take over.
yeah, but I mean, I don't know about the plant itself. I do know the lines are probably 40 years old or so, so they all need replaced. I mean, and it's like 230 miles of line that isn't the right size. They're
What do you
supposed to
mean?
be. Yeah, we have papers that say, me and a couple other people that say the pipes are, some of them's 2 inches, some of them's 4 inches. They're supposed to be what I think maybe between 4 and 6. So all that buildup over the years that's in those lines to
Okay.
sediment and such.
Question: Has the
Yeah,
Flint? When I first moved to Flint, I left Pittsburgh, or I left Washington County, PA. I moved to Michigan. I covered Flint. All the residents were just like you in Flint. They're like, "There's something wrong. There's something wrong." The
right.
officials said, "Nah, be quiet. There's nothing wrong." And 2 years later, they admitted something was wrong because the doctor finally started testing the water and all this. Has anyone actually done like independent testing of the stuff, the water, or?
I am not sure, actually. I know some people have looked into it and it was kind of too costly for what,
Yeah, it's expensive.
you know. Yeah.
So I'm gonna put this out everywhere. I'm on my locals community right now, which is a subscriber base, but I'm gonna put it on Facebook, YouTube. Hopefully, it'll get the attention of someone because
Awesome.
when Flint happened, there was a guy at Virginia Tech who, on his own, he flew up to Flint. He started investigating. I'm gonna send this to him as well because he did it all free of charge because he just couldn't believe that this was happening. So obviously,
Right.
something's not right.
Right. Right.
And
Definitely.
you've talked to other people with health issues that have
Yes.
really spiked up since all of this started happening?
Right. Right. And some people have just, have moved here within the last several years, um, and didn't have health issues before, but do now. So, I mean, it just kind of makes you wonder what's really going on.
Wow. Someone just asked, not the name of your town is again?
Dilliner is the where the actual water plant is located. Dilliner, PA.
Pennsylvania, but near the border. You're near the border of West Virginia, pretty much,
Oh
right?
yeah, about 4 miles from it. Yes.
Okay, so Pennsylvania, West Virginia border. People are asking
Yeah.
where you were at.
Yep.
Not and there's not a lot of people. I used to cover the news down there, and I know after covering the news in that area, a lot of local little towns, local governments, those were the ones you really had to watch out for sometimes.
Yes, indeed. That's a whole nother story.
It is, not accusing anybody of,
Right.
but it's that the big deal, but you're dealing with people's lives. So right now the water plant is running, but they don't have a
Yes.
person like managing it.
There's a manager, but there's not a certified plant operator that is supposed to be there to run the equipment, mix the chemicals, and yeah, just
How
a
are
critical piece of person there.
the chemicals getting mixed? Is it happening or
I
who knows?
apparently, who
Wow,
knows?
that's the building right
Transparency's
there.
lacking. Yeah.
Wow. So how much I know you're upset about this. Do they
Right.
have like public meetings about or not or about this or how's that?
We haven't ever had. A we can have the opportunity to go to their monthly board meetings, and we have the 3-minute public, meeting limit to say something, but they don't have to answer questions or anything.
So it wouldn't matter then. Okay, with the county, they have their own like authority, their own people, their own board members.
Yeah. Yes,
The
that
water
our
authority.
township. Yeah, that the township elected. Yep.
Okay. So it sounds like just getting the word out is what is good because someone needs to get the attention. And I'm not blaming anyone or anything, but
Right,
someone needs
right.
to figure out, because you don't want to continue living like this, right?
No, no, not at all. It's a big stressor. Big stressor.
And you probably can't. It'd be tough to sell. I wouldn't buy your place if I knew,
Well,
what
no.
was going on.
No. There goes property value too. Yeah, definitely.
Wow. Do you feel, and I know I worked in that area and there's a lot of small towns. Do you feel as if you're being ignored?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely 100%. As many people as, like I said, 3 pages. And I've even like sent communication to Aaron Brockovich to try to get, word out. Some I don't even know, their water like groups, environmental groups, whatever, that help people that don't have clean water. They usually will message back and say, well, we don't do anything in the United States, we do, this country or that country. And I'm like, you have problems here too. There's real problems here.
How bad is it? Yeah, how bad is it that you are in the United States and you're starting to see more places like this? It's
Yeah.
kind of, it's you wouldn't think of this happening in the United States.
No, no, not at all.
Uh, wow. So, well, I will put your word out, and you're gonna have to keep me updated.
I
And I'm gonna
will
send you a link.
definitely.
I'm gonna send you a link later to post this in the Facebook group and that group you
Awesome.
told me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that group you told me about, and post it everywhere. Um, yeah, because I will try to. I'll do the story. I'll tag Aaron Brockovich in it. I have a lot of Twitter followers, so maybe that'll help. I don't know.
Great.
But I'll give it a try, because just because you have, you know, a couple thousand, 4,000 people or whatever, that doesn't mean you're not important.
Right. Right.
Yeah, someone just said to me, East Palestine, Ohio, when that train went,
Yeah.
it's people forgotten about them, it seems like now.
It does actually. Yeah.
And they're having water issues too. I need to look into that. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah, this is just insane. So okay, well, I'll let you go. I'll send you a
All
link
right.
later. If you hear
Thank you so
anything,
much.
please let me know.
I will definitely. Thank you.